Hey guys, it's Vic Merck with Team Relinquish. I'm here with Mr. Illiya Higdon. We're at the 3v3 versus ps5 tournament. He got top 8. What deck were you playing, sir?
I was playing despia. Fortunately lost in top 8, but deck performed okay. I wasn't really respecting Scythe at this tournament because I didn't think that many people would figure out all the combo decks yet. So I just wanted to play something consistent that could beat the Sword Soul, the Mirror, and like the Rogue decks. Moving forward, definitely gonna respect Scythe more because that's what I lost to against Christian Urena in Swiss and in Top Cook because I lost Darrell. So, and I have no out to Scythe my main deck or side deck, so that will definitely be changing. But I'll get right into it. So I played, I feel like a pretty standard ratio for all the despia stuff, at least if you're playing pure. So I was playing Dramaturge before, but it never came up for me where it was actually winning me games. It was just making my boards win more when I was already winning the games. So it really didn't perform for me, and it didn't do anything going second either. Even if you're summoning off opening, so I just don't like that card. I would consider playing Comedy in the main deck. I feel like it's pretty good for interruptions against him and to go second with. And I did kind of miss an extra monster to search off Trinity that wasn't Aliber after I went through this guy. So maybe Comedy, but other than that, I like everything here. These are like my lost targets. I feel like these are pretty standard.
Why 2 Albion?
So I was gonna play 3 originally because that's kind of been like picking up steam recently to play 3, just because it helps you play through Ash on Brand Infusion, and it's just an upstart. So like, I think a lot more people in this tournament are moving to 3, but I was just kind of gonna try experiment with 2 and see how I like it. Going forward, I might have this up to 3. I just wasn't confident enough in it, but it definitely performed, and these are really good.
And then the 1 Merc carrier was fine?
Yeah, it was fine. I wouldn't play anymore because it's only good to draw when you have a lure. And it's just like that's not going to happen that much. I'm usually just searching it with Lost or I'm banishing with Gold Sark. So I just played 1, and then you have to play this. This is like, it's just really good. It's for recovery, and it's good for another way to get fusion spells off Branded Lost. This is like the 1 brick kind of that you play to send off Brand Fusion. That's my Patchwork Edge package. So I played 40, but last minute I put another one to play 41 just because I want to see it more. I was playing 3 of this before, but the only games I was mostly losing going first was the games where I would brick on multiple tragedies, multiple edgems, and have no way to fusion. So even though this is the best discard in the deck, I just didn't want to brick, so I maximized more on this. But yeah, these are really good. They play around Droll usually if you have opening, but Droll does hurt this version a little more, which picked up some steam with like Allure and stuff like that. Yeah, these are the random spell traps. Yeah, I feel like this is pretty standard. I put this up to 3 because I play 2 Albion. If you play 3 Albion, then yeah, definitely you 100% need to set 3. Yeah, nothing to say about this really. This card's insane, obviously. It's like 2 1-ofs I played, just God card. This card I like I played this originally and then I cut it when I played the Brave build, the Adventure Brave build.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, so I put it back in because I'm playing Pure now, and I like the whole interaction with Banish the Bird, add Albion, Dump Trap, add back the Bird, also Tragedy obviously, so it's just like another consistency card. I like it. 3 Poly, yeah, I'm not going to play that.
Yeah, it's super poly. Play a fusion deck.
Allure, yeah, I feel like this is basically the standard now. Yeah, build might change going forward because literally 0 respect on any of these like combo decks that make like Calamities, that level 11 Secret, whatever you call it, or Scythe. So I feel like it's gonna have to change a lot. Maybe cut Allure and some other stuff to fit in more hand traps or some ways to play around that. But it's just really good at pushing through boards that don't floodgate you. If it's just like regular negates or traps, like you're just destroying it. The 1 trap. I honestly don't know how to feel about this too much. It was I just want to test it today. It was decent for me. I bricked on it a bit, but it also helped me out a lot just to get more advantage and have more discards. Yeah, that's it for the main deck.
Attention top 14. Welcome to top 4.
Next.
Begin.
So to Albion, I don't think you need 3 as long as you know how to manage resource well enough. There is room in that trick though, so you could play 3 if you really want to, but as long as you play the other Albaz fusions, like, it's fine. I summon this a lot. Every time you trick a strategy, you try to summon this to dump snow. So it's pretty good. 1, 2, yeah, you have to play these obviously. This is standard ratio. I feel some people play 2. I never needed to. Like, I feel like the only time you ever even need 2 is like against like maybe Flender, but nah, I wouldn't move it up to 3.
So these are overs.
Yeah, I feel like you need 2 of this. Some people like cut it down to 1, but especially in the mirror, it's like you're gonna if there's no blowout cards in the mirror, like that can take like 30 minutes per game or something ridiculous. So you need cards to recycle your resources. I feel like you definitely need 2 of this. Chimera. This card's crazy. It's not even once per turn, so you can make multiple against trap decks. It's pretty good. You have to play 2 of those just for like your break hands when you get like stopped on Aliber, and like the only thing you can go into is like despia infusions. This is like the only threatening despia infusions that you can put up, because you put up 2 on this, they're on a clock.
What, like 6 or 7 activations and they're dead?
Yeah, they gotta out it real quick. So it's like it's the only threat you can put up when you don't have access to Albaz or Mirror Jade. So I feel like you have to play 2. And I actually don't think it came out more than once where I had to make 2, but you just have to have the option there. These are my other Albaz targets. This can honestly be anything. This is just to beat over big stuff. If you actually summon it, I never summoned it. But it could be anything as long as it just summons Albaz, honestly. And this one you have to play it. It searches Min Courier, so it's pretty good. Especially when you already have Brandon Red. And then 2 more Despia Infusions. This is super quality target, obviously. This card, like, 100% mandatory. It's the only way you can access, get into Albaz with your Despian cards once Brandon Fusion gets stopped. So, like, it gets you into Mirror Jade sometimes. Also, like, obviously against Sword Soul, it's a light, so I never summon this. Honestly, you can cut this, but when it does come up, like, it usually wins you the game. It just really rarely comes up.
Okay, side deck?
Yeah. Free Collector. Yeah. Sword Soul, really, that's about it.
Sword Soul Brave.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not really that scared of Sword Soul, but I want to have something for it. Because I'm not scared of the Sword Soul board, I'm just scared of how many cards they draw. Because when they draw into non-engine, you just lose. But like the regular board is so easy to break. Like usually like 1 Super Poly, or even just engine like openings and Brand Infusions, they can't really stop any of that. So I just wanted another card to side in for Sword Soul against Brave decks too. Same thing with this, Mirror and Sword Soul. More to have something to side out and put in. Against the Mirror, I put in 2 of these, going second usually, because the Mirror takes forever. So I just try to crack their board somewhat, set a D barrier, skip their turn, and try to OTK them next turn, just to get out of that Mirror as fast as possible. Because usually, like, even if you're the better player in the Mirror, it's almost always going to go to time if you don't have blowout cards, they don't have blowout cards. And I just don't want to get to time, because at that point it's like anyone's game, and you have much less control over the game. Just like one-up cards. Honestly, like, just put these in last second. Well, this is obviously going to be in there because this card's a guard card. You set this card every time and go in second because it stops D-barrier. And then this was just like a last second inclusion because it's a 14 card or 15 card. Yeah. And then other back row hit. So just these. So just have 5. 5's a pretty good number, and 40 gives you the highest chance of drawing 1 without drawing multiples and breaking your hand. So it's pretty good for me. I only played 1 Eldlik guy, or like 1 backward deck in general, so it wasn't that needed.
Yeah, there were not that many here today.
Yeah, there's like a couple like random Eldlik players, but like that's about it. And then I played this as a 1 of to side versus the back decks because it beats Skill Drain, it beats other cards that target. Honestly, I could have tried this in the main. It's not that bad. Just need to test on it more. Yeah, I might try it at Hartford. We'll see. And then these two, or this package. Some people at 3 Zombie World, I don't feel like that's needed because this is like mostly only against Flender. Because you're not saying that just Sword Soul is not impactful enough. So yeah, it's just against Flender, but it's I played 0 Flender, but it's so insane against Flender because you can even activate this go in second and still win. Like they set up their Empa and trap board, like you just activate this, like they can't do anything else.
You just out their Empa and what do they make?
Yeah, like they're just gonna keep attacking 2700. So it's a card that auto wins going first and second in Flender, so it's really good.
I know I activated it a couple times against Flender.
Yeah, it's my deck profile. I like this deck a lot. I feel like it has a really good matchup against every deck that's not one of those crazy combo decks, and just really beats Rogue really easily. I just need to figure out how to beat Scythe and all that, because all the punk cards, Therion cards, the cards are crazy, so I just need to find a way to beat that. Yeah, unfortunately lost in top 8 with my team, Jeremy and Jairus, but overall it's a pretty fun event. Definitely come back here again, so that's about it.
All right, guys, signing out.